What's going on, guys? Chase Ghost Picks Against the Spread, GhostPicksATS.com, coming to you for Saturday, March the 2nd, 2019. We're in full swing of March, guys. Hope everyone had a great Friday, great start to the weekend, and hope everybody's geared up and ready for a huge weekend. So, a little bit of a recap. This is a public service announcement and a big free play Saturday for you guys. Going to give you a lot of free plays and leans here and hopefully get you on a lot of action. As I told all of my clients, my first overall down month with Ghost Picks, like true losing month, was February 2019. And not proud of it, but I'm also not going to hide from it. I'm not going to deny it. It's always honesty and transparency when it comes to myself and the Ghost Picks team. Now, in saying that, it's bound to happen to everybody in the industry. Most of my clients that have been with me since day one of Ghost Picks and beyond, they're not used to it. They were surprised by it, but nevertheless, it's got to happen. Now, what I told them is you better buckle up and get ready and get geared up for a fantastic March, one of the hardest working months for any sports handicapper. Because obviously we're full swing college basketball regular season, getting it wrapped up, going into conference tournament, the start of March Madness, the start of a lot of your mid-major tournaments, your NITs, things like that. NBA's in full swing, NHL's in full swing. We're getting ready to start the best time of the year, Major League Baseball. So the busiest month by far in sports handicapping is upon us, and we're going to go out there and kill it. So for the public service announcement, I am making a public service announcement. We're going to leave the NBA out of it because we know that the NBA, as far as its superstars go, are made up of a bunch of crybaby bitch scrubs that I talk about a lot. You know, your James Harden, he runs the whole clan that is the bitch fest of the NBA. Your Kyrie Irvings, your LeBron James, you know, those guys. So we're going to leave that out of it. But this is a public service announcement calling all college basketball teams out to say, play the fucking game. I lost a red alert play on Thursday. Red alert plays. Everybody knows at Ghost Picks, whether it be myself or anybody, the red alert plays are our highest rated games that we have. There is not a game or a type of play that is rated higher than a red alert unless it happens to be a play of the year, which I've had two, both winners. I've won my last 9 red alerts in a row, 43 and 11 lifetime red alerts, won 10 out of the last 11. Well, I was going for 10 in a row last night. Had Washington, Thursday night. Had Washington minus 13 over Cal. Now, going into this game, I knew, as I said in my video, anything can happen. It's college basketball. Absolutely anything. But you're going to tell me a 22-5 team, whatever they were, versus a 5-22 team, a team that hasn't won a game since December the 21st against the worst team in college basketball, which is San Jose State, was going to go out there and outright dominate the game from tip-off to final buzzer. Give me a fucking break. Now, it happened, but it wasn't the fact. I'm not making this announcement to say that, oh, it's rigged. I will never, ever say that a game was outright rigged or set up or paid off, because I don't ever want to believe that it is, even though we know that it could happen. It's happened before, and I'm not putting it past anybody in this world to do so. But I watched every second of that game last night. And for anybody else that watched it, please tell me at any time that you watched Washington box out, try to get a rebound, try to go for second chance opportunities, really push the pace on defense, do any kind of pressure, reverse and change their zone up because their defense is not working, or even remotely appear to try to win this game. Because if you can show me a time, I'll give you $1,000 out of my pocket, because it didn't happen. And you're talking about a team that was not only just going out there to win a game against a far inferior opponent. But they were going out there to win the Pac-12 regular season championship. They were silently one of the better teams in the country. Nobody was talking about Washington, and they were creeping up on everybody, breaking into the top 25, and being one of the better teams within the country underneath the radar. Cal is publicly one of the shittiest teams in all of basketball. And you're going to go out there and tell me that Cal can outright dominate from start to finish? No, not on any day of the week. That game could happen 10 times in a row with the same circumstances, the same situation. Washington would not only win 10 out of 10 times, they would win it by double digits easily. And they had no motivation whatsoever. It wasn't just winning a game. It was winning the regular season championship of your fucking conference. Public service announcement. I'm calling out all college basketball players. Play the fucking game. Don't go out there and make it lackluster. Don't let everything get to you. Go out there and play the game. I lost the game. It is what it is. I take the loss. I lost a lot of money on it. The only thing that kept me from losing a substantial amount of money in the month of February was the fact that I've hammered 4 red alert plays in the month of February for 5 dimes or higher, and I've won 3 of them. That game was a joke, but it was a loss. We take it, we move on. I already have 2 games circled for this coming week. Possible red alert calibers. We're going to bounce back with a huge red alert win. It's going to be the biggest red alert blowout we've had all month. And the last 9 red alert plays that I've had, other than my game of the year on the Patriots as an underdog to take down the Kansas City Chiefs on the road, that was a close game. Everything else has been flat out a blowout. And the next one's going to be as well. So buckle up and get fucking ready. That's your public service announcement. Now, let's get into some fun stuff. Free play, Friday. Boston Celtics. I said in my video, everybody's been waiting for the Boston Celtics to rebound, to have their bounce back since the All-Star. It hasn't happened. I said in my video, Friday would be the day, and it would be against the Washington Wizards, laying 9.5 at home. And what happened? They did it. I don't like the Celtics. I absolutely despise Kyrie Irving and what he stands for, and the little bitch that he is. But you know what? That was the play. That was the game. We went out there. We crushed it. It was on my premium card. And what do? Another free play winner. Free play's been on an absolute tear. So congratulations to everyone that jumped on that play, that have been on my free plays. We started off March with an absolute banging free plays. Now, anybody that knows, watch the video. Jack and I teamed up for a duo for this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, put our heads together, release a card, and what do you know? We start out with a fantastic Friday. 3-1 day. Top tier play. Quinnipiac, -1.5 is what they were laying. We took them on the money line. You could have taken it either way, because I know some people that go with, local books that may not allow money lines on college basketball. It's very odd that they don't, but trust me, I've had clients tell me that. The few people that did tell me, hey, my books don't allow this, or whatever, I said, I am far, beyond confident in laying this, but the money line is where we felt like the smartest bet was. I said, go ahead, lay the 1.5, because we're confident in it no matter what. Laid it, easy top tier winner. Then we had Iona, +5.5, outright blowout winner right there. Another winner. Hockey, I had Philadelphia on the money line, -130. Everybody knows that Jack doesn't handicap hockey, but he's getting into it, guys. I'm telling you right now, I would not be surprised if come the 2020-21 season, you see Mr. Jack Attack handicapping some hockey himself. But Philadelphia, -130 on the money line. An easy winner there. And then the only losing play that we had for the day was we did take under on the Phoenix Suns, under 238, and that did end up going over that total. Now, the good thing about that game was I really felt like that was a good play. Jack did as well. Really, through 3 quarters, they were on that pace to be right around 230. Beginning of the 4th quarter, a flurry of 3-pointers just fell so fast, and then they just kind of kept up with that pace. A lot of, stopping the clock and going to the foul line. It did push it over the total. But I'd be willing to make that play again with those same circumstances. So a 3-1 day, a free play winner by me on the Boston Celtics, a free play winner by Jack. overall, a fantastic day. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the play was. I want to say it was the Hurricanes. Jimmy goes out there and hammers another top tier play in hockey. Now, here's what's blowing my mind. Oh, and by the way, cheers to everybody on today. Great day. Um, Jimmy, last year when Jimmy and I started this company, um, we started in hockey. Everybody knows I had a great hockey season, hitting, some of the best numbers in the country, hitting over, just right around 70%, hitting over 80% in the postseason. Jimmy hit over 70 something percent in the postseason. Great hockey season. This season, I start out with 5 plays day one and kill all 5 of them. Now, we start going through NHL. We've had a great season thus far. We've had our ups and downs, we've had our bad days and our bad weeks, but overall, NHL has been fantastic. But here I am looking at Jimmy, and I gotta say, he's probably the top handicapper in the country in NHL right now. I think he's on like a 16-4, 20, I don't know, insane record right now. I don't know of another handicapper in the country that handicaps hockey that is hot as Jimmy is at this particular moment in time. Now, everybody loved when Benny and I did that bet on the Bears and the Eagles. Everybody knows that Benny and I have a 5-dime bet on the MLB season because Benny is coming for my crown as top MLB capper out there. There's no doubt that the Ghost Picks will hold the title of #1 MLB season out there. And I have no doubt that I will be the one to take that crown because that's what I do. But Benny's confident. He's a great handicapper. He's good at baseball, and he's coming for the crown. So everybody knows that there's a 5-dime bet between me and Benny as to who will be the best MLB handicapper for the 2019 season. Well, I'm going to raise the bar. I just talked to Jimmy. But I'm getting ready to do something that he doesn't know about yet. Jimmy was out there promoting the rest of his NHL season, plus postseason Stanley Cup Finals and everything for $299. Well worth it. He's so freaking hot right now. You would buy it today. By the end of the weekend, you've made your money back, and it's been well worth the purchase. Well, my NHL season with postseason is the same price. Rest of the season, Stanley Cup, everything, well worth the money. Everybody that was with me last year that's been with me so far this year would tell you it is well worth the price. Dee, throw a shout out. Our hockey is on fire. We've had our ups and downs, especially at the beginning of the year, but overall, hockey's fantastic. Jimmy dropped his price down to $250. That special's running this weekend only. $250 gets you everything, postseason included, for NHL, Stanley Cup Finals. He doesn't know this, but I'm dropping mine too. I've already emailed the web designer. She's loading it on the site. And I'm dropping mine down to $250 as well. But what's good is now me and Jimmy have a 5-dime personal bet as to who from today forward until the Stanley Cup is hoisted as who will be the top NHL capper at Ghost Picks. So buy whoever you want. Get on my package. Get on Jimmy's package. Get on both. It's $250. For $500, you get 2 great NHL cappers from now until the Stanley Cup is hoisted. You just want one? Choose Jimmy, choose me, choose whoever. But make sure you stay tuned in to watch me take that crown. Jimmy, I am coming for you, but brother, I cannot deny that you are scorching fucking hot right now in it. So now, that was my little spiel for the NHL. He doesn't know that I'm dropping my package down to $250, but it is what it is. I guess it's better to ask for forgiveness rather than permission. So, that being said, what else we got going on this weekend? Jack and I started out with a great duo, great Friday card. Jack is on freaking fire right now, dude. When I say he is dialed in, he's flat out dialed in. Benny, big UFC card on Saturday. The best fighting handicapper out there, UFC. He's got a card for Saturday. As I said, guys, I buy his card every time. I know nothing about capping the UFC or mixed martial arts or fighting in general, but every time I buy it, I make money, and I plan on doing the same thing. We're going to wrap this video up. I'm getting ready to hit the road here in a few hours, headed to Clemson, South Carolina, and its village of hillbillies to watch my Tar Heels take on Clemson University in college basketball. That'll lead me into some free plays here in a second. Jump on everybody's packages. Just so everybody knows, the meetings that I had this morning regarding NASCAR and horse racing, meetings went very well. We went over some contract pricing. Obviously, these people would work for me. I would pay them. We did come to some agreements on pay scale. Now I'm just going to crunch the numbers within it, maybe do some promotions and some free plays in the week or so going forward, test the waters. I've had a ton of emails today for people that are really, really wanting to get into the horse racing side of it. And again, guys, these picks will be coming from dedicated handicappers working for me, because I am not a handicapper for horse racing or NASCAR, but these are two very brilliant minds in each of these sports. Been following them for years now, been making money off them in those two segments. So we're going to see what happens over the next couple of weeks and possibly test the waters. If it works out, the clients are interested, they like it, we will sign a contract agreement for 1 year, and we will bring that to a part of Team Chase and do whatever we can just to bring more money to the table for you guys. Now let's get into some free plays. We got a few of them. Official free play is going to be in the NHL, so we'll back that up to the end. Let's talk about some college basketball. I'm going to the North Carolina Clemson game. I'm going to go watch these these redneck idiots go cheer on their shitty team. But the line's only 4. This right here is the stereotypical line of the odds makers knowing this could be the upset of the week. Now, can Clemson beat North Carolina? Talent for talent, man for man, coach for coach. Can they beat North Carolina? Fuck no. But North Carolina can beat themselves. That can absolutely happen. Could it happen? Listen, in the early 2000s, because I've been to Little John Coliseum many, 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 many times in my life. I've been to Clemson University many, many, many times, football games, basketball games. But every single year North Carolina plays at Little John Coliseum, I'm there. Just like when they play at Chapel Hill, which, by the way, Clemson's been to Chapel Hill 53 times and never once beaten North Carolina in college basketball in Chapel Hill. But in the early 2000s, I was there. Clemson, as an unranked team, had not won shit all year. North Carolina was on an insane 13, 14 game win streak. They were number 1 in the country. They were already projected to, obviously already got a number 1 seed berth, and were projected to be the national champions that year. And I watched Little John Coliseum erupt from the inside out, and Clemson take down a number 1 team. But did they take down a number 1 team, or did the number 1 team beat themselves? Clemson cannot beat North Carolina, but North Carolina can beat themselves and allow Clemson to beat them. Can that happen? Absolutely it can. You're going to allow me to take North Carolina against a team like Clemson laying 4? I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it as a very, very small play, possibly a premium as I dig farther into it. I power rank the game. North Carolina on the road against this team, because of the rivalry that it is, even though you would think this should be a double digit, I power ranked it at 8. The line's a little bit suspect, and the odds makers knowing this could be upset alert. This could be the trap game for North Carolina to go in, think it's an easy win, and walk out with their tail tucked between their legs. But no matter what, if it makes premium or not, I'm going to lay the 4, because North Carolina is a 100% mismatch to Clemson. So there's you a lean on North Carolina. Now let's get into Tennessee and Kentucky. Power rank the game. I've been saying all along, Tennessee was never the number 1 team in the country. They were beaten by Kentucky at Rupp Arena. They were beaten by LSU in Baton Rouge. But now we head back to Knoxville, Tennessee. We head back to Rocky Top, where you are basically playing 3 stories underground. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Knoxville, Tennessee to watch a basketball game. These fans don't know anything about basketball. This is football heaven. But boy, are they excited for their Tennessee Volunteers right now. I was there last year when North Carolina played against a number 8 Tennessee team. and Tennessee almost took them down. And this team these fans absolutely erupt, not knowing shit what's going on. They just know that their team's winning. Phil Fulmer's fat ass is sitting on the sidelines cheering it on as if he knows what the hell traveling is. He doesn't. These fans are football fans, but by God, they are excited. So I'm going to tell you something. Power ranking this game, talent for talent, position for position, for man, for coach, Kentucky -1 should be the line because it's in Tennessee. If it was neutral site or Kentucky at Rupp Arena, we would be looking to another 3 to 4 point swing in Kentucky's favor. You're looking at an opening line of 2.5 in Tennessee's favor. I'll lay the 2.5 with Tennessee because I see Tennessee upsetting it based on crowd momentum and a must-win situation for them to even hold the value of what they once had. This video is going on way too long, but another lean for you. I'm going to lay 2.5 with Tennessee just as a lean. Another game. And this is going to be my official free play. My official free play is going to be in the NHL, and it's going to be with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let me check the line real quick. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm going to look it up over here on my iPad. It's actually... All right, so let's see, make sure that there was no line movement. But the last time I looked, I think that Toronto was laying 250 on the money line. Obviously, we're not going to take anything that high. But the Buffalo Sabres tonight came back. There was huge line movement between Pennsylvania and Buffalo very late, which kind of gave it the blatant, obvious fact that something was going on. Buffalo ended up coming out with a win over a better Pittsburgh team. Pittsburgh's absolutely the better team. But, hey, what happened? Buffalo ended up winning. Very hard-fought game for those guys, and a win that, nobody really just outright expected, especially from the time the line was released. Now we've got Buffalo coming in on a back-to-back. And, it's not really traveling for them to go to Toronto. I mean, basically, you're right there. But the Maple Leafs, they're laying 260, This one right here, if Buffalo was rested, this might be a little bit of a different story, maybe a game to lay off of. But going into a back-to-back night, coming off of this big, huge, hard-fought win over the Pittsburgh Penguins, I see this being a huge letdown spot over a worn-out and worn-down Buffalo team. So I'm going to take the basically even money on the puck line with Toronto. So we're going to take Toronto Maple Leafs -1.5. And that is your official free play. That is a premium play, and that is in the NHL for another winner right there. Now let's double check a couple more of these lines that we've been waiting on them to come out, and maybe I'll give you another free play real quick. Because some of these were not out last time we looked before we started this video. So... Michigan State, Indiana, I give you a lean. I like Michigan State -6. Michigan State's really, really struggled lately. Indiana's a very tough place to play. I've said it a million times. That is not a place that you really want to fade the incoming team, no matter how good or bad Indiana is, because that is historically one of the tougher places to play in the country. Michigan State, more must-win situation. Indiana, the first meeting between these guys, Indiana went out there and just flat out killed them on the offensive glass, which is something that Michigan State should be able to dominate them game in and game out. Michigan State reverses that this time. They kill the offensive glass, and I see them pulling away by more than 6, obviously. That right there, guys, I think that's going to do it. Florida State, NC State, give you a small lean. I take Florida State -7, just as a very small lean. Not even much of a lean at that. But your official leans for the day, guys, and these are not premium plays. These are not top tier. These are just leans. Your leans, we're going to lean North Carolina. That could be a premium play later on. You have to get the package to find out. Go to the website, ghostpicksats.com. Lean on Tennessee -2.5. That's a pretty strong lean right there, and what I think will be one of the more interesting matchups of the day. Official free play, we're definitely going to take the Toronto Maple Leafs -1.5 on the puck line and get really good value out of that game. Guys, one of the best slates of college basketball that I've seen in the past 6 or 7 weeks. So be excited, guys. Be excited for a great weekend and a great day of college basketball. I'm hitting the road here just in a few hours. Check me out on Twitter at PicksChase. I'll be giving some updates, some pictures, and some videos from the game after the game's over. Hitting the road back, be back very, very, very early Monday or Sunday morning before daylight, hopefully, to get you some more free plays out there. Go jump on one of the NHL packages, myself or Jimmy's. Email me if you have any questions. chase.ghostpicksats@gmail.com. I am on the road tomorrow, so bear with me if I don't get back to you immediately. I will as soon as possible. Email Jimmy. Jump on one of our packages. Start winning in the NHL. Start winning in everything. And I love you guys more than anything. Good luck. God bless. Grind on. Toronto Maple Leafs puck line -1.5. So sorry for the terribly long video, but I think you got some good content and some good free plays out of it. Let's keep the free plays rolling. We started March off with a bang. We're going to keep fucking hammer it. Buckle up and get ready for the best March with any handicapper you're going to see before we get into the best time of the year, which is MLB, where I will demolish every fucking challenger out there. Good luck. God bless. Grind on. Love you guys.